You live in an ocean of motion amidst a swirling vortex of constant upheaval. You and everyone you have ever known is running a never-ending, utterly futile race without any concrete destination in mind, from one goal to another, from one dissatisfying relationship to the next, from one difficult situation to another circumstance. Isn't that the crux of modern human life in a world overflowing with distractions and chaos? So, why do we succumb to this miserable existence when we could all be so much more? The Bible mentions that man was created in the image of God. These words testify to the fact that man is much more than his problems, situations, and transitory emotional states. His essence is that of God, the all-encompassing energy that created the very fabric of reality. Life's tumultuous ups and downs can harm you on a psychological level if you let them, but they cannot diminish the strength you carry within yourself because of your unbreakable connection to the divine. Do you realize how profound that is? Ask yourself, is anything impossible for the energy that creates the world? Is any idea truly too big to be realized, or any blessing too grand to be received? Absolutely not. The word impossible is in contrast to the very idea of God. So, if you were made in God's image, how can anything be too good to be true for you? You are the extension of energy that created everything, the landscapes, the faraway galaxies, and the entire cosmos. Deep within your soul and body lies a tiny spark of God that connects you with your spiritual magnificence that knows no bounds. You are a creator at your core. The universe is awash with abundant opportunities, wealth, love, and all the blessings that are patiently waiting to be recognized and accepted by us. No desire is too big not to be granted. Everyone here can have their heart's desires fulfilled and live abundantly forever because the supply of all things good and prosperous is infinite. It's a never-ending stream of bliss and joy. We are only constrained by our lack of belief in what is possible and our reluctance to embrace the rewards the universe has lined up for us. You didn't come into this three-dimensional matrix to be a victim or make peace with how things work here. No one came forth with that aim. At its core, every soul knew that it was unique and incredibly powerful. So, it's not meant to adjust to the world, but to carve out new situations using its sacred power and divine authority. Our world is twisted because most people have forgotten their inner power and true spiritual might after coming to this planet. This is why you see chaos, fear, and anxiety all around. War, disease, and suffering. We witness it from a young age and become mentally convinced that it's how things work around here, and accept it as the normal part of life on planet Earth. We are fed the notion that life is a struggle and that we have to power through difficult circumstances because they are the norm of our reality. So what if you were told you do not have to subscribe to an ordinary life of mediocrity? What if you could wake up every day with an inner flame to create the life of your dreams? It's all possible only if you learn to reignite your God-given powers to manifest. Those powers and capabilities have been dormant inside you for so long, and it's about time that you rediscover them and take full advantage of the divine gifts God has bestowed upon you. To unlock the magic of God-given powers within you, you must understand the vital essence of Aham Brahmasmi. It's a Sanskrit mantra mentioned in ancient Hindu texts that holds spiritual secrets to our existence. This powerful mantra refers to the ancient Hindu teachings, mentioning that God is not an entity residing in the cosmos above and controlling the fate of humanity. God is everything, the whole, the infinite intelligence, and the absolute existence. God is an essence, an energy that permeates every atom in the cosmos. It flows through everything, regardless of how grand or minuscule it is. So, this divine force also runs through every cell of your body. It is in your mind, energy field, and all around you. And since God is infinite energy, it was neither created nor will it ever be destroyed. So it is safe to assume that God takes form in man. God and man are one, inseparable and whole. The Sanskrit mantra Aham Brahmasmi literally translates to I am Brahman. Brahman means the whole, the absolute, the source of infinite intelligence that holds the cosmos together. These words signify spiritual truths about the nature of existence and the unity between the self, Atman, and the cosmos. The Western idea of God is fundamentally different from the traditional Eastern philosophies. If you observe Western religious traditions, you will find the idea of God being propagated as a distinct, personal, and transcendent being. In the West, God is essentially celebrated as a highly powerful creator that has its own divine will and governs the universe according to its own rules. When one understands God as an entity separate from himself, he buys into the illusion of separation, which comes with victimhood and misery. God is the natural essence of every individual, and if this natural essence is lost, then what good is your life and all your aspirations? The boundaries between the individual soul and the universe are a misleading facade, and our innermost self is inherently connected to Brahman's vast, limitless consciousness. All the material objects and rewards cannot give man the satisfaction his soul innately craves. The soul yearns to reunite with the divine, but one doesn't need to die to experience that reunion. Each of us in this physical body is well equipped with a mind that can transcend beyond the limits of sense and materiality. But the untrained mind of man cannot fathom this truth, because the evidence of our five senses is incredibly captivating. We seldom understand things we cannot see or experience with our physical senses. In order to understand God, you first need to suspend all your social conditioning and logical thinking. The logic and rationale of the 3D world are built on the evidence of your five senses, which are primitive at best. To know the secrets of the universe and yourself, you must get beyond logic and sit still in silence. The noise from the outside has kept you from discovering your own magic. So, the quieter your mind becomes, the more you will listen to the cosmic truths. Yogis and spiritual masters sit in meditation and chant the mantra of Aham Brahmasmi to realize the divine truths hidden beyond superficial material impressions. When chanted on a regular basis, this powerful mantra would balance your mind and connect you to the divine energy, the other part of you that you cannot yet perceive. Once you have come to the profound realization that you and God are inseparable and that the divine essence and your true self are intertwined, the next step is to use the law of conscious manifestation to your best advantage. The law of conscious manifestation is based on the idea that your thoughts, beliefs, and intentions directly influence the reality you experience. Like a sculptor shaping a block of marble into a beautiful statue, you too have the privilege to mold your life circumstances in any way you desire by simply leveraging the power of your subconscious mind. The universe is dynamic in nature. It is always changing. The process of creation never stops for the cosmic mind, and that is why we witness the change of the seasons, the change of scenery and circumstances. New stars are born and eventually fade into supernovas or become black holes, and the universe keeps expanding, evolving, and changing. Just like the universe is never static, neither are our lives. Evaluate your life briefly and see how things have changed over the years. This process of change happens so subtly that no one can ever pinpoint the exact time or reason. Yet when you look back at events retrospectively, a lot seems to have happened. So, even if you do not intentionally create outcomes, they will happen on their own. The law of conscious manifestation, however, teaches us to take the reins of destiny into our own hands by utilizing the sophisticated faculties of our minds. It is the ultimate gift God has reserved for each one of us, but only a handful get to live an authentic life that is a perfect manifestation of their deepest desires. And to be a manifester, you must start perceiving the world as a mirror. This mirror carries the reflection of all that goes within the cosmic mind. Imagination lies at the very heart of creation. Whatever a person imagines, good or bad, helpful or disempowering, it manifests into his physical reality. Our inner world of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs is always reflected outside through our reality and circumstances. In words of Ernest Holmes, life is infinite energy coupled with limitless creative imagination. It is the invisible essence and substance of every visible form. Its nature is goodness, truth, wisdom, and beauty, as well as energy and imagination. Our highest satisfaction comes from a sense of conscious union with this invisible life. All human endeavor is an attempt to get back to first principles, to find such an inward wholeness that all sense of fear, doubt, and uncertainty vanishes. This is the divine mirror principle controlling all creation, which is why people who generally think positively and have an optimistic outlook live a healthy, wonderful life. It is a simple mechanism of cause and effect. It is just the understanding that whatever you hold inside, you will manifest outside you. And your subconscious mind will be the machine through which every repeated thought and persistent belief of yours will be reflected in your reality. The subconscious mind is impartial. It is unbiased and non-subjective. It has no preferences and only acts as a tool, aiding you in bringing your most vividly imagined scenarios and deep-rooted beliefs to reality. But unless you do not learn to control the subconscious, it will enslave you and trick you into submission. If left unchecked, the subconscious mind will guide you toward outcomes that may not align with your desires or aspirations. There are two powerful steps to control the workings of your subconscious mind. First, realize that your current mental scape results from all the information you have unconsciously put into your subconscious mind until now. From childhood to the present moment, your subconscious mind has been silently accumulating and storing every bit of information, every belief, every emotional experience, and every thought pattern. There is nothing wrong with that information and programming, but realizing that your mental landscape is the product of past conditioning gives you the power to change it. You cannot address the root of your problems unless you are aware of it. Because your current programming was done unconsciously, it must be changed so you can take control of creating your reality, this time with more self-awareness and knowledge. And the limitations of your past programming do not bind you. You are the gardener of your mind, capable of cultivating a lush and vibrant inner world, reflecting the life you truly desire to live. This is the point where the process of conscious transformation begins. The second step is to rewrite those programs one by one. And the best way to do that is to use your imagination to create mental images and visuals that act as previews of your future life. The future you want to experience must first be a part of your subconscious mind, and only then will it be manifested for you to relish it in the 3D. The human mind is wired to understand and process information through images, so closing your eyes and imagining future scenarios is the best exercise you can do to overwrite past programs and provide new instructions to your mind. To begin this process, set aside a few moments each day to visualize your desired life. Close your eyes and vividly imagine the reality you wish to experience. Immerse yourself in the colors, the visuals, and most importantly, the feelings that correspond to your desired life. For instance, if you desire wealth and abundance, you must visualize yourself engaging in activities that represent wealth and success. Imagine yourself running a successful business that generates ample wealth, or see yourself taking vacations at exotic locations. The more you repeat these visualizations, the better they will wire into your mind. Downloading your desires as the subconscious imprint is one part of being a successful manifester, and the other is elevating your consciousness so that you may be worthy of receiving blessings. The universe works in vibrations and frequencies. When similar frequencies come together, they manifest an outcome. So, being worthy of all your desires is also a vibrational state. To be able to receive all that you desire, you have to elevate your state of consciousness, and for that, you will have to change your emotional patterns. First, you must develop this habit of looking for positives in every circumstance. The moment you encounter an upsetting situation, do not give it your power by focusing on what went wrong. That's how other people sail through life. But being a conscious creator of your own reality, you must not be entrapped by the same emotions. It is easy to get caught up in frustration or negativity when things don't go as planned. But you must gradually train your brain to look for the potential silver lining in any situation. Try to find at least one or two good things about the situation. In the beginning, it would be very difficult and akin to finding a needle in a haystack. But as you keep practicing this daily, it will become a permanent part of your personality. When that happens, no situation or circumstance would be able to lower your vibration, and you would mostly stay in elevated states of consciousness, worthy of all the miracles and joys of the world. Another powerful way of maintaining a high vibration every day is appreciating every blessing you already have. Your life may not have turned exactly like you wanted it to be, but there must be some things you can still be grateful for. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership because it shifts your focus from not enough to more than enough to be grateful for. Since each manifestation is a vibrational game, can you guess what signal you are emitting the moment you dwell in your lack and focus on all the things you do not have? The frequency of being deprived, rejected, and unworthy. On the other hand, when you feel grateful, your focus naturally shifts from what you perceive as missing or wrong in your life to what is already present and abundant. This mental shift releases all the emotions of lack, scarcity, and unworthiness, syncing you with the elevated frequencies of the universe, which are conducive to quicker and more harmonious manifestations. So, if you are keen on using God-gifted powers to manifest an abundant life for yourself, then you must remember that everything starts with your thoughts and vibrations. Once you align these two with the things you want, there is no way you will not be successful in your journey.